From hangar dust to skybound trust, this is the story of the Hatz biplane NX285SH, one of a kind, built with heart, restored with passion.
Jerry Kemp, he was visiting Mike because Mike was doing his annual on his RV. And he says, well, you need to go to D&D. And I said, well, who the hell's that? Oh, you don't know about D&D? They're in Covington. They do old cars and they know metal. They can do anything you want. I'm like, really? I'll have to look them up.
I knew when Rick would come in, we'd get some things known. He would tell me his ideas and what have you, and we'd work on that.
And then I would say, no, we're doing it this way.
No, not at all, no.
No, it was a good collaboration.
But one of the things was he kept referring to the Swiss Hatz plane and how beautiful it was. And I'm like, that's the Swiss plane. We're going to have the most beautiful plane. You're going to build the most beautiful plane. You know, it's no. I'm like, yeah, we're going to do it.
After that sheet metal started shaping up, then Roger said, hey, I like your plane. Let me help you with that. Let me help you, get it covered, and I'll help you paint it and everything. Boy, oh boy, if I hadn't run into Roger, I said, well, I can't afford you. He said, who said anything about money? You'll be my huckleberry. I said, You covered any airplanes before? And I said, no. Just model airplane. So he said, bring in your horizontal stabilizer or something and I'll teach you. So I brought it in and he shut the whole shop down and showed me how to cover, taught me how to cover and rib stitch and all that. And who does that?
Yeah. He had some help, but it was mostly still built at home.
It was it wasn't assembled.
Right, but the finishes don't always show the amount of effort that went in.
Oh, right.
So, but that's 99% of what people see.
Yeah.
So having that level of professionalism available to consult was invaluable.
Oh, no doubt. No way in hell could have got this thing looking this well if I hadn't went to your shop and met Roger.
Just a normal door, which people see as a piece of flat metal, but then you look at this one, the rolled edge all the way around is just phenomenal.
Really like that.
Not to mention the pivots.
I mean, not just a regular hinge pin. No, we got
They articulate
just
out.
over the top. There's a beautiful speed ring. Look at all the hardware on the inside. Rolled edges.
A lot of people trying to figure out how we held that.
Oh,
I think the thing that I found most impressive was that you did all that on the planishing hammer, and that started out as a single sheet of aluminum.
Yeah.
To start with.
The gold at Oshkosh, I think you guys know what you're doing.
Well, before this went to D&D,
I threw a
there
lot
were
of sheep.
many times that he would say,
I don't know if I'm going to get this
I
thing.
don't know if it's going to get done. Remember what we said in the beginning,
Yeah.
that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And it's been one
We'll set it down on the carpet.
Yeah.
It has.
really,
On the chair.
like the kids that made our t-shirts.
Yeah.
He said, most people, whenever they have a baby, it takes 9 months. Your baby took 10 years.
Yeah.
And he said, and you have shown that it can be done. And those boys they were just amazed.
Yeah.
Totally amazed.
Well, Rick, I will say it's been an honor to help you out and guide you along the way.
Shoot, I've
And
been lucky.
it's changed your whole life. I mean, my
has,
goodness,
yeah.
you've moved here to our little airport,
Yeah.
and you're based here now.
Yeah.
And it's just,
It's made, I've met so many
I'm
good
very
friends. Yeah.
honored to be a part of it.
Oh, shoot, it's my honor and my privilege to have you help.
Well, sometimes it feels like it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You know, you guys had the shop, you know, the website on the shop says come for a visit.
Yeah.
So we're like, it says come
Yeah.
for a visit, let's go for a visit.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And we met you and the rest of the guys in the shop and Mark.
Yeah.
And he said, well, this is the place to do the work, no doubt. You know, it's close. You guys obviously have the professional ability. And then after that, it became a friendship.
Yep.
You know, and it led to this, you know. And you get here and get set up, and it just feels like home.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
true.